I'm going to make a butterfly leg of lamb with a sauce that comes from Marseille called Sassou, and I'm going to put some rice and vegetables with it too. Barbecued leg of lamb is basically, as you can probably imagine, was once a leg with a bone through it, which has been tunneled, boned, it's been opened out flat, and it's a really great cut of meat to cook on the barbecue because you can cook it really fast, 15 to 20 minutes, especially if your barbecue's got a lid like this fantastic DCS Fisher and Paykel baby here, right? So, obviously you look at this and you think, no, look, it's got great big thick bits, it's got little thin bits, not gonna work. First of all, just sort of get rid of any big sort of gobs of fat. You don't actually want these. You want to leave a little bit of fat on here, and I'm not gonna trim it all off because of course the fat makes it taste good and helps keep it moist as it cooks. Turn it over, just do the same thing on the other side. Don't take all the skin off, skin's good, tastes good. Turn it back over, start looking at these rather thick bits which are too thick to bang out. And all I'm gonna do is this. See what I've done? There, and it just opens right out flat. Because what I'm after, what I wanna get is a great big thin piece of meat. It's gonna be about this big. I'm gonna cut it in half now. So I've got 2 bits of lamb, and I've already sort of made it look as though there's a lot more there. And get a rolling pin or a meat hammer. I've got a dirty great rolling pin at home, which I use. So just tap it out so it's all an even thickness. Nothing more than about 4 centimetres by the time you've finished working on it, okay? So you see what I've done? I've now got a very rather thin piece of lamb. Even though there's different muscles and all sorts of things going on and different sort of grains and things, when this cooks, it'll cook really fast and you're going to slice it up thinly so it'll taste really good as well. So do the same thing with the other one. Okay, so that's all rather nice. 6 cloves of garlic, which have been crushed with a little bit of salt. 4 tablespoons of olive oil, using, you know, our wonderful New Zealand village press olive oil here. Just give that a bit of a stir up. A little bit of, actually quite a bit of pepper. I don't want to put, this is not sort of a hugely complicated marinade or anything. I'm basically adding seasoning. And Kelly and Paula, was it? I'm gonna oil the meat, not the barbecue, okay? Now, I don't like being sort of hemmed in by sheets of flames when I'm trying to cook, you know? I don't know how you feel.
Though, Ray.
No, I just want a quiet life, Kelly, you know? Yeah. And then I'm just gonna put all this, just smear it all over the top of this. You can do this the day before if you want to, it's gonna taste really good. All I'm doing is putting that mixture of olive oil, garlic, salt and pepper all over this piece of lamb. I'm going to rustle up a butterfly leg of lamb on the barbecue. The other things I want are some red capsicums and I've got some very thinly sliced carrots here, nice sort of ribbony bits of carrot. I'm just going to slice these up into 3 centimetre slices, whip out that white pithy stuff in the middle, I don't want that. I mean, you could put all sorts of vegetables on here, halves of tomatoes, courgettes would be really good, cut them the same as that. But barbecued vegetables, you know, they're just the best thing. All you do is get a big bowl, tip your vegetables in there, like that. 4 tablespoons of olive oil, 1, 2, 3, 4. Some salt and pepper. Give it a good, you know, stir up. All that lovely olive oil. It's all over your hands. It's such a shame you don't really want to use it. You just want to, you know, but I won't. So that's ready for the barbecue. So I've got lamb ready to go on the barbecue, vegetables ready to go on the barbecue. I've got some rice, which is cooked, steamed rice. And I've got one other thing to do, which is make the little sauce, the sassou, which I'll do while I'm cooking the lamb. So what I think I'll do now is put the lamb on. Had the lid down. It's like a really hot oven. I've got a rather thin piece of lamb, which isn't going to take very long at all. Just straight on there, nice and hot. Keep the lid down. And, oh, okay. All right, we're getting a few flames here. All right.
You can do it too, Ray.
No laughing from the cheap seats, thanks. And turn it over. And the vegetables I'm going to put on the grill plate because I don't want them to fall through. The vegetables you need to sort of keep an eye on because they'll burn quite quickly. Actually, Vanessa, do you want to race up here and you can look after these vegetables for me? Now, Vanessa, what I'm wanting to do is get these sort of so that they start to shrivel and brown, but I don't want to burn them. Okay, so can you sort of, it's almost like a stir fry.
Yep.
Thank you. And while that's going on, I'll make this little sauce. Dead easy, you can do this in a mortar and pestle if you want to, but I'm going to do it in the food processor because it's so convenient. A couple of cups of mint leaves, a couple of tablespoons of parsley, some toasted fennel seeds, roasted blanched almonds, and some anchovies, and about 3 tablespoons of water at this stage.
Ray, you happy for me to take them off of that?
Yeah, just straight in there.
Like that?
Yeah, excellent, yeah.
Is
Just
that
have a look.
enough, or?
That's good, yeah. Obviously the red capsicums will take longer. And you could turn that lamb over for me too.
And if you weren't doing the vegetables, would you pull the cover down on the lamb?
I probably would, but this is actually so, I mean, this barbecue is such a beast. It stays so hot that I don't need to. So you whip them over. That's the story. Okay, back to the sassou. I'm going to puree this. And what I'm going to do now is put about half a cup of olive oil in here so I get a really nice sort of paste. It's a little bit like, you know, in the vein of those sauces like tapenade that you find in the Mediterranean.
Just going to turn the lamb again one more time, Ray.
Yeah. We're just about there. Good. So much easier when you've got an assistant. It's like a bit like a pesto, really, isn't it, this sauce, in that it's pounded up herbs and nuts. Excellent, Vanessa. I think that's all looking rather good. So I think that all of that can come off, and the barbecuing's done. I mean, pretty quick for a leg of lamb, which is the thing I really like about this dish. It means you're not staying there for hours. Thank you very much, Vanessa. Go take a seat, a well-deserved rest. Barbecue platter. Big white platter. I've got some rice which is cooked, steamed rice. Just get your lamb and just slice it really thinly. This is medium, it's nice and pink. Pile that on top. Vegetables, and one as well. Some roasted almonds, extra little bit of sort of toasty crunch, which I really like. I'm gonna put some lemon wedges on this for squeezing, some mint leaves, because they taste good to eat. Flick a little bit of the sassou on top. Clean down your bench. You know, breathe deeply. Serve the lunch. There it is. Butterfly leg of lamb with sassou, vegetables and rice.
To make Ray's butterfly leg of lamb with all the trimmings, here are the ingredients you'll need. For the full recipe, visit the website. Always rest the meat after cooking. It'll make it more tender. Instead of barbecuing, the lamb and vegetables can be cooked in a frying pan and finished in the oven. The sassou can be made a day in advance to let the flavours intensify.
Butterfly leg of lamb on the barbecue with sassou, which is the Marseille-inspired sauce, vegetables and rice. And today we're matching this with Witherhill Chardonnay. It's nectarine, grapefruit and mint notes, along with the spicy nutmeg and toasted almond of the French oak. Works perfectly with this dish. Now then, if your barbecue caught fire during that challenge, come on up, okay? Which must be Paula and Kelly. A beautiful Blenheim, you know, with great food.
Wow.
What do you think, Kelly?
It's amazing. The mint is incredible.
Good.
The carrots are so good too.